Yo, what's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy Trap, man, and we on the first episode of On the Couch with Trap, man. This episode right here, this is the introductory episode where I'm really just gonna let y'all know what it is this show is about, what's the mission for this show, what we looking to do with this show, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell because every Monday we gonna be dropping new episodes and giving up free games. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all, tap in with me, man. With that being said, man, I'm Trap, man. I'm the host. Uh, we are live from the Just Trap brand store, and we on the couch, man. The couch is where the game come from, man. The couch is where we give up the free game, the gyms, where we talk about different things, where we discuss the clothing business, the clothing industry, fashion, business in general, and things like that. So if you in this business, if you in the fashion business for sure, if you want to start your own clothing brand, if you already got a clothing brand, if you looking uh, towards starting a clothing brand, if you stuck with your brand, any of that stuff, this channel, this show is gonna be where you can find some answers, you can find some motivation, you can find what you're looking for. So make sure y'all tap in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe, man. Hit the notification bell, man. So, like I said, this is episode one. This is the pilot. This is the intro. Basically, my mission for this show is to give out a little bit of what I've learned, give out free game, tell the processes of how I started, how I came up, show different things, talk about different aspects of the clothing business from manufacturers to printing to brand ambassadors to all sorts of different things. So you never know what the topic may be on a Monday. So that's why you need to tune in because it's all going to be pertaining to the clothing space. I also want to feature other people on the show, other business owners, other clothing brand owners, other up and coming clothing brand owners that are having a little motion, but they still learning, and that we can benefit by highlighting their story and telling y'all what they got going on, and just giving them some gems firsthand on the couch. So we definitely gonna have some visitors that can actually give out some game, and we also gonna have some visitors that can tell their story and that we can help out along the journey. So this gonna be a great show, a great series. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with y'all every Monday. And if y'all have any questions, if y'all have any topics y'all want to talk about, y'all want to make sure we touch on, make sure that y'all leave them in the comments. Make sure that y'all go to those comments, put your questions in there, put your topics in there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to let us know that you would like to hear us talk about, leave it in the comments. You feel me? So that being said, just a little background on me. I've been in the clothing industry for 8 years. I started in almost 10. I started in 2013 was really when I first got started. I've had a store, an actual physical location for 8 years. So not too long after I started, I kind of got my first jumped off the porch kind of quick into a store. It was a very small store at the time. I was only there at that store for a few months, less than a year, because by 2015 I was in a bigger 2,400 square foot store alongside my partner at Cosmic Soul, and we was there for like the last 5 years. So for the last 5 years, I was at that location, and just recently, in the middle of the pandemic was this 20 in 2020, I relocated to the store where I'm at now, and I've been here since 2020. So I got a bit of experience. I've been through a lot of different things, from trade shows to dealing with overseas manufacturers, and pretty much I probably started like most of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I started with not too much. I started with a couple of dollars, not really knowing what I wanted to do. Because when I was growing up, when I was coming up, I never really wanted to be in I never wanted to be a clothing brand owner. I never wanted to do any of that type of stuff. So for me to be in that space now, it was just really like another hustle when I first started. I learned to love it just along the way because I put so much into it that you know I learned to love it. But originally, it started as just another hustle. So I started this with not too much money. Actually, the total amount of money we had, because it was me and my brother at the time, was $160 at the time. We found a seamstress that made our first 6 shirts after taking forever, and that was my humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty much just like anybody else, man. So I can't really say that I had like a lot of funding or a lot of extra help or even a lot of people that believed that this was even going to work, because at that time I didn't even know if it was going to work. I just was trying to make some money. I end up pushing. I had another brand before Just Strap. It was called the Only Pure Elevation, and for the first 2 years, 20 well, it really wasn't even 2 years. It was the end of 2013 when we started. 2014 at the beginning of that, we got the first sweatshirts. We pushed through 2014, so by the middle of 2015, I was on to Just Trap brand. The first brand, the Only Pure Elevation, it was cool. It had like a little heel up, then it kind of wasn't doing too much. But I just knew that at that point I had put so much into it within a year because I move kind of rapidly. So what some may take years to do, I do it kind of quick. So within that first year, like I said, by 2015, I had a store already. Within that, after the first year, I had a whole store. So throughout that first year, I was dibbling and dabbling with different print shops, going through this place, going through that place, losing money, spending money, trying new things. And one day I thought, like, I want to learn how to make t-shirts myself. I want to learn how to do it. And at that time, back in 2015, it wasn't as cool or as popular of a craft as it is now. You know, right now it's crickets everywhere, circuits, this cheap heat presses, all type of stuff. But it wasn't really as popular. But I was like, yo, I want to cut out the middleman and I want to learn how to make t-shirts myself. What's the quickest way to learn how to make t-shirts? I don't know. So let me go to YouTube University. I went on YouTube. I typed in how to start a t-shirt business, how to make t-shirts, how to do this, how to do that. Simple questions like that. It gave me answers. Of course, you got to funnel through the answers. But one thing that I saw was get a heat press and get a vinyl cutter. That's going to be your cheapest point of entry. So that's what I did. Got a heat press. I got a vinyl cutter. And at the time, I was working out my house. Before I got the first store, I was working out my house. I was making my own clothes. And this was before Just Trap. It was when I started the first brand. I was making my own clothes, going through it, going through 2014, just doing that. Um, and it was at a point where the clothes weren't selling as much as I wanted them to, but I still had the equipment. And mind you, I didn't have a job. I quit my job back in 2008. I knew I wasn't going to work anymore. I've done a lot of different things, from studio recording, cameraman, photographer, all type of things. I actually went to school for film, so I thought I was going to be into the film industry, but the clothes just started paying me. So really, all of my efforts went towards the clothes. But when I started doing the t-shirts and when I was making shirts myself, I knew that I needed to make money off of this. So I told myself, well, hell, if your stuff ain't selling as much, start printing stuff for other people. Because one thing I will say, when people want to get in this business, right? A lot of people want to be in this business, but they got other jobs and they got other responsibilities, because we all need a job. We all need a way to make money. So either you hustling, making money, taking risks, or you working, doing that, making money, or you got a business that's making money. But either way, we all have to make money. So a lot of times when people need to make money, they kind of have to put their clothing business or their clothing brand ideas to the side, because you spending 10, 12 hours at somebody else's job, so you can earn a living. So you can't really, so you putting a little money into the clothing brand, you're trying to get that motion, but you can't really get a lot of motion because you ain't all the way in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying by no means quit your gig and do this, but you have to find a way to make your hobby, whether it's clothing, whether it's rapping, whether it's whatever it is, you have to find a way to make money off that shit and enough money off that to where you can actually stop going to these other people's jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. But it's not gonna happen overnight. But in my case, I have been said I wasn't going back way before 2014. So it really wasn't no option. So I was at one of those points where it was like, you don't got no other choice. And when you don't have other choices, you make stuff happen, man. I don't know. The universe is a place where when you put energy towards certain things, when you put a certain amount of energy, when you put that energy of I don't have a choice, either I'm a sink or swim and I ain't finna sink. So somehow the universe creates a way for you to make it as long as you push for it. Because if you just sit on the couch and wait, the universe ain't gonna create nothing. But if you out here really putting forth that effort, somehow the universe always creates a way. It does it for me. Drop a comment if the universe always created a way for you. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm having this equipment that I invested my last couple dollars in, and my brand is not selling that much. So I'm printing up my shirts, they ain't selling that much. So I say, listen, I gotta figure out how to make money off this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start making stuff for other people. You know what? I'm gonna make a custom clothing business. I'm gonna call it anything customs. That's how it was born. Just like that, I just said this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a custom clothes. You know what? Tomorrow I'm anything customs. Now I'm advertising. Yo, anything customs, blah, 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 blah. This is what we doing. We print t-shirts. I'm printing t-shirts. I started getting orders. Small orders, this, that, and the third, working my way up. I started the business, started the LLC. That was it. I mean, it really was just like that. You know what I'm saying? And when I started, I had a 15 by 15 heat press and I had a vinyl cutter. It wasn't a Cricut back then because those, and they made, I'm glad they made Cricut because they really made stuff a lot simpler for people when it come to that. But it wasn't a Cricut. It was another kind of vinyl cutter that I had. And altogether, I probably spent like 2,500. At the time, I had decent credit. I financed the 2,500 on my personal credit. That's another thing. I've been sacrificing my personal credit, leveraging my doing whatever I gotta do because that's the position in life I'm in. So if you a person out there that's in a position in life like I'm in and like I was in and like I've been in since I decided I wasn't going to nobody's job in 2008, then when you got something going, when you feel you like you got some motion, when you feel like you got an idea of business that that can go somewhere, you would do whatever you gotta do. If it's leverage your personal credit, sacrifice your credit, whatever you have to do, that's what you're gonna do. Um, Looking back in hindsight, if I known what I know now, I know more about business credit. I know how to add trade lines. I know how to do certain things to help juice up your business profile so you don't have to sacrifice as much stuff. So now going into the hindsight, going into the future, I know what to do to kind of leverage my business credit more. So now I get more machines with business credit. I'm working on getting my first Sprinter van on business credit, things like that. And those are certain things that's going to be topics when we talk about on the couch, when we talk about how to do certain things. That's what the couch is. That's what the couch for. The couch is for game. The couch is for free game. This ain't the game I'm charging you for. You know what I'm saying? I got whole courses. I got the ebook dropping. I got how to start a six-figure clothing brand master class. I got other classes, machine training, how to start your custom business, ebooking class. These are classes that I have where I actually charge money to sit with a person and talk about all this stuff. Because I am a business. This is how I eat. This is how I get paid. So people can say, "Why are you charging for this? Why are you charging for that?" When you go to school, you pay for college, right? College ain't free, right? You got to pay to learn. I had to pay to learn. Everything I know, I had to pay for, even if I ain't paid nobody else, because I ain't know that many people to pay. Because when I was coming up in this, it wasn't really that many people for me to pay to teach me nothing. So I had to go seek out. It wasn't that many people in my area for me to pay. So I had to go seek out knowledge. I had to go to trade shows. I had to go here, go there. I had to pay attention. I had to study YouTube all night for hours. I had to separate myself from people that I care about so I can take in the knowledge. All that was sacrifice, so that's not free. So when it comes to the ebooks, the classes, this type of thing, is a price tag attached to it, and it will be well worth it. But it is a price tag attached to that. But right here on this couch, when I drop these episodes on Monday, this is free game that you can dissect. It's not game that's tailored to you, though. It's not tailored to your individual circumstance. It's general game, general knowledge, general food for thought. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a type of person that know how to dissect the general information and apply what needs to be applied to your business, to your brand, then on the couch with Trap, it's gonna be great for you because you're gonna get a lot of the stuff, you're gonna take a lot of the stuff, and then you're gonna do your own due diligence with that information, and you're gonna learn. Drop some comments if you're gonna learn, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're gonna learn off the free game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're doing it for you to learn. You feel me? That's it. That's it. That's all. I already learned. I'm still learning, but I already learned. Whatever I'm teaching is already learned. So I'm doing this so you can learn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, at that time, I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna make some money with this equipment that I had invested in. So what I did was I started a custom business. I just made up a name, Anything Customs. 8 years later, we sitting here in Just Trap and Anything Customs right on the other side. But back then, I didn't know that was going to form. I just said I need to make some money. You know what I'm saying? So I started taking orders. And it went from small, this, that, and the third. And I still kept making my own brand. You know what I'm saying? And then Just Trap came about, and it was on from there. And there was something about Just Trap like within that first year because I never trademarked my first brand, but it was something about Just Trap, the way it was picking up, the way the traction was. And like this right here is crazy. I got this on my first episode, but this shirt right here, this is the classic T-shirt. This is where it all started at. So every time people tell me about stuff got to be so complex, stuff got to be so complicated, stuff got to be this and that. We sold 50K worth of these within the first year of having Just Trap. I'm talking about this T-shirt, 4-inch print, basic in the middle of the shirt. Went crazy because it's the message. Just trap. To trap is to work. Trapping is the action. It's a verb. It's the action of working. It's the action of doing what you gotta do to make your ends meet. This brand is a call to action. It's a call. It's telling you go out there and work hard because you're gonna win. Stay consistently working hard and you're gonna win more. Just Trap. That's the Just Trap way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a motivational brand. It's a lifestyle brand. It's a call to action brand for us to get up and go out here and work hard and get what we supposed to get because ain't nobody gonna give it to us if we just sitting around. It ain't gonna fall in our lap. So that's what this brand is, and that's why people can resonate with the brand. And it's not only street, it's whatever you do. If you get up and go to McDonald's every day, if that's how you feed your family and you working hard, then you trapping. You know what I'm saying? It's not only for somebody that's out in the streets doing something illegal. If that's what you doing in the streets, then that's the streets is your trap, man. Hopefully you make it out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you trap hard and then convert to different type of trapping. Because we didn't all did that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing that's based on one aspect. It's something that's universal to those who go out here and grind and work hard to get what they need. Those who don't give up, those who stay consistent. This is for you. This is designed for those who came from nothing, designed from those who came from struggle, from poverty, from not having much, but they didn't let their circumstances determine their future and their outcome. We're a product of that. So it was just something about this brand, the way it was picking up traction. I knew I had to trademark it, so I did that. And when I look back on it now, it's, it's almost 5 years since I had this brand trademark. It's time for me to renew my trademark coming up soon. It's crazy how time goes, man. Time don't wait for nobody, man. So if you got something you're thinking about doing, if you got an idea, if you got a brand you want to start, if you got a business you want to start, man, start it. Figure out how to start it. Stop waiting for people to tell you what to do. Go out here and research. Go out here and take notes from different things that you can get for free. Go out here and gather as much intel as you can gather for free, and then pay for the rest, because you're going to have to pay for something. People hit me up all the time and ask me how I did it, man. I spend a lot of money doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you ain't willing to spend no money, then you ain't going to do it. And like I told y'all, when we first started this, we only had $80. Me and my brother Kenny we had 80. He had 80. I had 80. Ain't no excuses. We built this off 80. And we parted ways way before I built this. But $80 was the foundation, 6 sweatshirts in flipping. So if you only got a little bit, start with what you can. Learn how to do pre-orders. Learn how to work with a little bit. Learn how to do something, because waiting around for somebody to tell you step by step the instruction manual to success, it's not coming, okay? Hit that like button if you know success ain't finna fall in your lap. You know you gotta just trap to get it. You know you gotta just work to get it. You know you gotta just hustle to get it. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, it ain't that, okay? So when you think about what somebody else doing, when you're looking at Instagram and you're seeing people doing this and people doing that, stop worrying about anything that they doing besides the fact that they're working. They're doing what it takes. So don't worry about nothing else. Just know you got to do what it takes. So whatever that entails, whatever it takes entails, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the success in the brand, Just Trap brand I feel like that success came from the grind. And as I sit here, 5 years, 5-year anniversary coming up, all the leg work, all the giveaways, all the money spent, all the traveling, everything that I did to accumulate to this point, to having a brand, having a store, making 6 figures off clothing, it ain't enough. It's something, but it's not enough. It's not the end. So we finna go harder. We finna teach. We finna drop ebooks. We finna drop courses. We finna get back out there on the grind. We finna get the Sprinter van. We finna hit the streets again, but in a different way. We finna hit the streets again. We finna bring the presence. We finna hit the streets with this new presence that we got. We finna travel. We finna move around with the brand and put it in front of everybody, because we know this could be $1 million brand. It will be $1 million brand. Okay? So I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna go hard. Even with the little success that I already have, I'm gonna continue to grind, because this is not where I'm content at. So you should too. You should keep going. You should keep grinding. You should do what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you're gonna achieve the results you're looking for. And when you get the results that you're looking for, set some new standards and go after those, because that's what it's all about. And that's what we're about. On the Couch with Trap is going to be a platform that's going to motivate you, help you, give you free game, but it's not going to be a place that can do it for you. You're not going to find the hustle here. You're not going to find the wherewithal here. You got to pull that from the inside. All you're going to find is motivation here. You're going to find tips, tricks, and a whole lot of motivation from a black man that's just like y'all, that's doing the same thing you're doing every day. Sometimes I can't even film this shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't even make content. I'm trying to up my content because I can't even, we too busy in this grinding. We too busy working. Like, I don't have no full staff in the warehouse and like yet. I still pack up every order. I still touch everything. I still put my hands on all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got the store. Yeah, we keep the merch. Yeah, we got the cars in the house off this shit. But nigga, that ain't nothing, man. Until all my people got the same thing, we got to keep going. And I ain't gonna hold y'all that long, man. This episode 1 on the Couch with Trap, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, drop some comments, drop some topics. What y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to know? How can I help you, man? How can I help? How can this platform benefit you, man? We're gonna be giving up a lot of game right here. We got a lot of special episodes already planned out, and we working on more, man. If you know somebody who need to be on this platform, you know somebody who we need to have up here, tag them. If you know somebody that need to see this, share it with them. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, man. It's your boy Trap, man. It's on the Couch with Trap, man. Episode 1, man. It is.